Hey everybody, welcome back to Gold Era Sports. I'm your host Jon Goldfarb, and we are officially in Super Bowl week, getting ready for the big game coming up February 7th. Congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs, and a big congratulations to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on becoming the first ever football team to play in their home stadium for the Super Bowl. I know what most of you are thinking. This is a video where we're going to be talking about how awesome Tom Brady is on possibly winning his 7th Super Bowl, or how awesome Patrick Mahomes is on starting to form the Kansas City Chiefs dynasty with a 2nd Super Bowl win, but that is not what this video is about. The 2020 Tampa Bay Buccaneers may have been the first team to play in their home stadium in the Super Bowl era, but there were 2 other Super Bowls that were played in their home markets, but not in their home stadiums. Now, keep in mind when I say home markets, that means, like, for example, the New York City area, the LA area, the San Francisco area, stuff like that. Those 2 notable Super Bowls were Super Bowls 14 and Super Bowls 19. Our history lesson will begin with Super Bowl 14, which was a game between the Terry Bradshaw-led Pittsburgh Steelers against the Los Angeles Rams, set in the Rose Bowl. This was also the first time an NFL team competed in the Super Bowl set in their home market. A couple notable stats from Super Bowl 14 was Terry Bradshaw completed 14 of 21 passes for 309 yards, threw 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, while LA Rams quarterback Vic Ferragamo, who many of you have never even heard of, completed 15 of 25 passes, threw no touchdowns, and threw 1 interception. The final score for Super Bowl 14 was Pittsburgh 31 and the LA Rams 19. And this game also capped off the Pittsburgh Steelers 1970s dynasty, while the LA Rams left the Rose Bowl in shame. Another fun fact about Super Bowl 14 was the Pittsburgh Pirates won the World Series that year, according to Wikipedia, and this would be the 2nd title for the Steel City. Despite the Los Angeles Rams losing Super Bowl 14, a few years later, there would be another California-based NFL team playing near their home stadium. It wasn't the LA Rams, and it sure as heck wasn't the San Diego Chargers. It was the San Francisco 49ers playing against the Dan Marino-led Miami Dolphins. And that game was played at Stanford Stadium, which is between 34 to 39 miles away from downtown San Francisco. And that game was also the first, and as of this recording, the only time the home market team, the 49ers, won that Super Bowl. The final score of that Super Bowl was San Francisco 38 versus Miami 16. A couple notable stats from Super Bowl 19 was Joe Montana completed 24 of 35 passes for 331 yards and threw 3 touchdowns, while Dan Marino, who won the NFL MVP at the time, completed 29 of 50 passes for 318 yards, threw 1 touchdown and 2 costly interceptions. And like I said earlier, with the San Francisco 49ers winning Super Bowl 19, they were the first and only team to win in their home market. History could be made with the Buccaneers possibly winning in their home stadium / home market, but who knows? Kansas City is still very dangerous on offense, but the Bucs have a very good defense. We'll be talking about that in the upcoming Super Bowl prediction video. However, I do want to shout out one other team that almost made history by playing in their own stadium for the Super Bowl a few years back. And that team would be the 2017 Minnesota Vikings. And they are best remembered for Case Keenum's 61-yard pass to then Vikings wide receiver Stephon Diggs to defeat the New Orleans Saints, who were up 24-23 at the time, giving them the lead and the victory at US Bank Stadium 3 weeks before the Super Bowl. I still remember screaming at my TV at the time because I was not only excited because I won a bet off a friend of mine, but I also felt very, very happy for the Vikings fans because that team deserved to win that very game. And unfortunately, after that victory for the Vikings, they were manhandled the following week in the NFC Championship game, 38-7 by Nick Foles and the eventual Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. And with all this talk about football history, it's kind of getting me hungry for something elegant and a little fancier than what I usually make, but I still like it nonetheless. I'm talking about something really, really good with a little kick, and that something is an Italian-inspired dish called red wine spaghetti. Alrighty, you guys. For today's game day meal, we're going to be doing something a little different. I'm going to be cooking something a lot more fancier and more luxurious, but still can be cooked and served whenever a great game of football or basketball or hockey or any game is on. And that, my friends, is red wine spaghetti. Shout out to Tasty BuzzFeed's Tasty for creating the video for it. I will link their video in the description for those of you who want to watch it. In the meantime, I am going to show you step by step on how I prepare mine, which has a tiny bit of differences compared to theirs. First, get your pot out, and first step is 4 cups of water right here. Then we pour in 3 cups of red wine, which is what we're doing right now. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. Then cover this pot up and let it boil. Alrighty, you guys, I am using this edamame spaghetti, but however, you can use whatever spaghetti you want to make your red wine spaghetti. I just happen to be using this one by Simply Natural. And normally it says cook for 7 minutes when it's done boiling. However, it says here on the box, add the spaghetti, reduce heat, and simmer for 3 to 5 minutes. So we're going to see what happens. Ooh, nice. And no matter what you do, make sure you always stir every couple minutes to make sure it's consistent. So far, so good. Now, before you drain this, remember to save 1/4 cup of this liquid. Well, about 1/4 cup to be, doesn't really matter. That should be good. And now strain it. Next, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil and 4 cloves of chopped up garlic, and we're going to mix that up. Gotta love that sound. The sound of sizzling at its finest. Don't forget to add 1 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, and then mix that up for a little bit. Then add what's left of the red wine, which is not much in here, and the small cup that we took from the pot earlier. I wanted to do, but not what I expected, excuse me, but hey, part of the process of cooking. Sometimes we get that unexpected shock. And now it's time to add our spaghetti back into the pot and get that all nice and sauced up. Next, add 2 tablespoons of butter and then mix like so. Also, don't forget to add some cheese. I happen to have some feta cheese on here, so I add some of that. And then you can also add parsley if you want. Or cilantro. I happen to go cilantro because, to be honest, I am not a parsley guy. No disrespect to all the parsley lovers, but it just does not have a good taste to me. But to each his own. And there you have it. Red wine spaghetti made by yours truly. Yeah, and this really looks good. And I'm going to list every step of the way in the description. And if you like what you saw, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share this video on all your social media platforms, and I'll see you guys next time.